Welcome to Red Recaps. Guys, in today's video, we'll show you a sci-fi thriller from 2007 titled I Am Legend. Relax and enjoy as we unwind through this really captivating movie. Let's get this show on the road. Dr. Crippen talks on TV about her big discovery. She has changed the measles virus genes so that it attacks cancer cells. She says that all the cancer patients who have been treated with the cure have gotten better so far. After 3 years, the scene changes. New York City is now a lifeless, empty place where no one lives. Roads and buildings are covered with grass, and there is no sound in the city. Robert Neville and his dog, Sam, are driving through the empty town. A group of deer jumps in front of him and almost makes him crash. He runs after them quickly. He tries to kill them with a gun and tracks them down. The deer scatter and run down a road where abandoned cars are blocking the way. Robert runs after the deer on foot to try to catch it. As he turns a corner, he gets a good look at the deer, but a lion that probably got out of the NYC Zoo beats him to the kill. Robert isn't sure if he should shoot the lion and its family, who are also there, or let them be with the deer. At this point, the alarm on Robert's watch starts to go off, telling him that the sun is going down and he needs to leave. He cleans the steps with bleach to hide the smell. Robert and Sam are having what seems to be a normal night. After taking a bath, Robert closes and locks every door and window and protects them with big steel shutters. He sleeps with Sam in a bathtub with a rifle in his hand while the house is surrounded by screams and screeches. He dreams that his wife, Zoe, their son Marley, and Sam, his puppy, all try to leave New York. Robert, who is an army doctor, decides to stay in New York on his own to try to stop the virus. Robert and his wife fight, and then an infected man hits the car window with his face. The dream scene is broken when Robert wakes up and has to go back to his lonely life. Robert works out and then goes to the basement of his home, which looks like a fortress. There he has a small but high-tech lab. We can see that he has been trying to make a vaccine against the virus that has killed off most of humanity. He's tried the vaccine, and all but one of the mice act very aggressively. Robert takes note of this mouse and decides that the compound in question is ready to be tested on people. Later, Robert gets dressed and goes to a video store, where he talks to some mannequins he has set up. This is the only way he can talk to a real person. There, Robert sees a female mannequin that he wants to learn more about. As he picks up corn in the field, he tells Sam that he will talk to her the next day. Robert later goes to some nearby condo flats to look for supplies. He finds a room with a plastic-wrapped bed and another room with 2 cribs. We can tell from the pain in his eyes that he feels for people who have lost loved ones. Robert has made a radio message that plays on all AM radio stations. It says that he is still alive and will be waiting at the bay docks at noon every day for any survivors. Sam sees a deer while playing golf on a military plane, so they both go after it. The deer runs into an old building on the ground floor, and Sam follows him even though Robert tries to stop him. Sam wouldn't come back on his own, so Robert goes in because of that. Robert searches the darkened rooms carefully. Dark seekers react to light and sound, and he is hoping that blocking his flashlight with his hand won't wake them up. He sees the dead deer and is relieved it's not Sam. He keeps walking. He stumbles into a room full of sleeping dark seekers and tries to get back to his place carefully. Robert spots Sam under a desk. Sam moves back to show that there is someone there. Then, a male infected jumps out of the shadows to attack Robert, but he is shot dead. Sam and Robert both start running through the building to get away. Some of them jump on him, but when he jumps through the window, the dark seekers on him die in the sunlight. Soon after, Robert breaks a blood vial in a trap he has set to catch one of the infected. He succeeds. At 33:51, the leader of the Dark Seekers runs out of the building, yells at Robert, and then runs back into the darkness because his skin burns when it comes into contact with sunlight. Robert takes the woman he caught to his lab at home. He gave the mouse the vaccine that made it less aggressive. At first, he sees good results, but after a brief struggle, the woman stops moving. He gives her an adrenaline shot to bring her back to life and keeps changing his serums to try to find a cure. That night, he dreams again about the time when his wife and child tried to leave New York during the chaos of its evacuation. He finds seats for his family on the plane, and because his daughter asked, he takes Sam with him. Robert wakes up again just as they are about to leave. Before he leaves, Robert sets his clock to 30 minutes before sunset and listens to old news about people who were cured by Dr. Crippen's vaccine after showing early signs of rabies. After spending the morning at the port, he talks to Sam about throwing him a birthday party because he doesn't like surprises. He finds that his mannequin has been moved while he is driving around. He calls the doll Fred and yells at him, asking what he's doing here. Robert's mind goes crazy and he shoots Fred. The infected have set up the same trap he set for them the day before. Robert is caught in the trap. After hitting his head, he passes out. When he wakes up, his watch is beeping, it's dark, and Sam is patiently waiting for him. He finally cuts himself free just as dusk is falling, but he trips on his knife and stabs himself in the leg. The leader, who has been infected, then appears with infected dogs. As soon as the last sliver of light disappears, they attack him. Sam protects him by fighting off one of the dogs. Robert manages to crawl back to his car and get a gun, which he uses to kill the infected dogs. Sam passes out from a bite wound, and he picks her up and puts her in the car. When he gets home, he puts Sam on a table and gives her an experimental vaccine through an injection. The T vaccine doesn't work on Sam because Robert notices that her hair is falling out, and she tries to bite him, so he has to kill her by strangling her. He then goes and lays Sam to rest in the street. As he told Sam he would, he goes to the video store and says hello to the woman in the window display. He begs the mannequin to talk back. Robert is suffocating in the dark. At the pier, he sets up a dummy, and the infected run toward him. He drives his SUV fast into the crowds of infected people who walk the streets at night. When he crashes, he almost runs off the end of the pier. The infected person made his SUV flip over. Just as the leader of the Dark Seekers is about to kill him, a bright light shines on him, scaring them away. When the woman tries to find out where Robert lives, he gives her his address and tells her to go there only at dawn, so they can't track him down. Robert loses his mind. He dreams about the past again when he is out of it. As the helicopter carrying his family takes off, an infected person attacks a nearby helicopter, which then crashes into the one carrying his family. When he wakes up, Shrek is playing on the TV in his house, and he gets stitches on his knife wound. He gets a gun and goes to the kitchen. For a moment, he thinks that his family is there. Anna and her son Ethan saved him. They had heard Robert's radio message the day before and went to look for him. Anna feeds them in the morning. Anna talks about a plan to leave New York and go to a group of survivors who are immune to the virus in Vermont. On the other hand, Robert says that everyone is dead and that there is no such place. This scares Anna and Ethan. Robert then says that he was acting out because he was trying to save the bacon she had cooked. After he calms down, he thanks Anna and says he's sorry, but he still won't leave. He then takes Anna to his lab and gives the infected woman another serum. Anna begs Robert again to come with them as they clean up the house. He asks her how she knows that Vermont is home to a colony. Anna says that God told her to, and that he has a plan. He tells her facts about the infection, like how 90% of people died from the KV virus. Less than 1% are immune, and 588 million people became Dark Seekers. And he says that God doesn't exist. Soon after, Robert figures out that the infected are attacking the house. They had followed Anna back when she saved Robert the night before. He turns on his defenses, turns on the lights, and blows up cars. So many people are infected that they break through the shutters and get into the house. They fight with Robert, and he finally gets a gun and shoots at the Dark Seeker. One of the infected is breaking the roof so that other people looking for the dark can get through more easily. After Robert shoots it, he, Anna, and Ethan go to the lab in the basement. In the lab, they see that the infected female they had earlier captured and used to test the virus vaccine has changed back into a human. Before the infected can get in, Robert shuts his bulletproof glass door. As the leader gets closer, he starts to hit the glass, making cracks in the shape of a butterfly. Robert puts his gun down when he saw the shape of a butterfly on the woman, who had been healed. Anna opens the door when he tells her to. He brings out the body of the woman who was healed, and Anna shuts the door again. The alpha male and Robert look at each other, and Robert apologizes to him. Even though the alpha male thinks about killing Robert at first, he decides not to, and leaves with the rest of the pack. After they leave, Robert looks at the many pictures he took of his test subject, and feels bad. At the end of the movie, Anna sends a message to any other possible survivors. She says that Robert Neville and a boy named Ethan are traveling with her. She says, "You are not alone, and there is hope. We are going to Vermont." How do you intend to survive as the only human left in the world? If you've indeed enjoyed this video, leave a comment down below and let us know what you think about the movie. If you liked this movie, you can watch it in the links down below. And also don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more of our videos. Thank you for watching Red Recaps. See you in the next video.